Hey Scrappers, Tom from iScrap, and we wanted to wrap up the first half of 2022 because it has been a heck of a first half. I mean, even this morning as we record this, a few days early, copper prices dropped again. And I think that's really the theme of the first 6 months of the year. Price drops, price drops, price drops. Why we got here, how we got here. You could point to a slew of economic factors. You could point to the commodity large swings. You could point to the COVID funding. You could point to all the different stimulus checks. You could point to so many different things that how we got here now looking back after the first 6 months really isn't as much of a surprise because a lot of the telltale signs were there. And what have we said over the last 2-3 years? When the markets are up like we're up, and you try to hold off for more money, that's, what do they say? Hogs get fat and pigs get slaughtered. And a lot of people that were waiting for copper to hit that $5 mark are now looking at it and saying, while it briefly touched $5 on a trading perspective, we're all the way down right now to $3.58 on a trading level. So to put that into perspective, at my scrapyard in New Jersey, at one point we were paying over $4.20 a pound for Bear Bright, and today we're paying $3.10. So you're talking about a $1.10 drop in 6 months, 3 months, 4 months, and during that time period, when you have copper prices falling the way they are, there are lots of different reasons. Rampant inflation, the Federal Reserve hiking up interest rates, and with more rate hikes coming, with more insecurity of the markets. I'm not even going to talk about what's going on over that Russia-Ukraine thing, because even if that wasn't happening, we would still be in the predicament that we're in. You have people looking at the markets for the next 6 months and saying, where is the economy going as a whole? Not only in the United States, but also across the country. Where is it going? How is it getting there? And when you have these questions in such large quantities, because that's what's happening nonstop, oil prices, steel prices, everything's going crazy. What you want to go down is going up, and what you want to go up is going down. Oil prices going up, gas prices going up, natural gas and pretty much all energy going up. Demand is going up, supply is going down on the energy side of things, and we've learned a lot of that through our energy economist Mark Champagne, where he's been able to give us insights, with more coming throughout the summer, about how we got into this energy market. And what we've been able to see over the first 6 months of the year is, if you really want to learn about the markets, you have to take such a wider scope of things, and that's what we try to do here at iScrap, to feed you more information. So market demand. Well, aluminum is still highly demanded. People want to be able to use it more for our different cars that are being built, solar panels that are being built, windmills that are being built, all electric vehicle, chassis being built. So you need aluminum. But you also continue to have tariffs on overseas aluminum. That's going to hurt the markets. You're going to have higher production costs here in the United States because energy is up, so that's going to hurt the markets. You're going to have copper down because you're going to have more demand, but you're going to have more expense. So if you're looking at what you want to hold, what you want to sell right now, let's talk about where we are and what I think should happen over the next 3 months to give you a better idea. The summer is normally a very tough period of time. July, August, hot, the furnaces, the mills, it's more expensive for them to process material. The heat hurts the workers because of just the overall. So you're going to see the aluminum and copper markets depressed at least for another 2 months, probably going into September. Now, we may start to see these energy prices taking a larger decrease. We have seen the prices go down from $5.07 to $4.80 or something like that per gallon. You might see a further decrease, but they're not going to go back to $2.50. So holding metals right now, unless you plan on holding them for a long time, I would continue to suggest selling your red metals, your coppers, your insulated wires, your brasses. But if you don't need that money, maybe you want to have, a couple of garbage cans, a couple of Gaylord boxes of #1 Bear Bright or #1 copper. So when the price does have a big upswing, you have a more pure form of the metal and it gives you a better return. But now we can talk about steel, and steel's epic decline over the last month and a half, 2 months leading up to July should show you that when you get it in, you should be getting it out immediately. And that continues to hold true with steel. I've said from the beginning, you should never put light iron or shred or tin or whatever you want to call it in your truck twice. Never. The only time that you should is if you're taking something apart and you need to unload it like an air conditioner, then the shell goes back in the truck. But if you're just picking up pure unadulterated steel, that should go right to the scrapyard because things cost more, fuel costs more, your time costs more. Get that in and out. If you do want to hold on to anything, heavier items, cast iron, rotors, unprepared P&S or prepared P&S, those might be items that you want to be able to hold. But if you don't have the space outside or your town looks down upon that, you might want to continue to sell. Steel, in my opinion, is an item that unless you are a large scrapyard with lots of space and magnets and grapples, is never an item that you should hold unless it contains non-ferrous that you can process. So if you can't process it, then you should unload it immediately. Get it in and out of the vehicles. That continues to hold true. So my opinion on the steel market for the rest of summer 2022 is sell, sell, sell. Now, other items, aluminum, if you know your grade 6063 or you strip your insulated aluminum wire to create EC wire, right? That might be something that you want to hold on to. Again, pure forms of aluminum, higher grades of aluminum. I don't suggest holding on to grades of sheet or cast. Those are grades that you get in and out as soon as you have them cleaned. But what you are going to want to do is clean a lot more materials right now. Example, over the summer, lawn chairs, beach chairs, a lot of people are going to be breaking them. I got a couple of 15, 20 pound COVID pounds that are remaining on me. Maybe I'm going to break a couple of beach chairs this summer. Those are things that you should continue to clean, right? Those are going to give you upgrades. So you might want to save things that are upgradable, your air conditioners, your dirty aluminums, your insulated coppers. Those might be things that you want to save until you have more time to process them. But going into the second half of 2022, what are we going to have? Continued high energy prices. Continued inflation and recessionary fears. You're going to have the energy markets dictating a lot of the commodity markets and where they're going to be moving. So you're going to have markets overall that are going to be really mixed and scattered. Nickel prices for stainless steel, they were all the way up to $34,000 a ton. We saw stainless prices 80 to 90 cents for 304, all the way cut in half to 40 cents a pound today. So you have real market concerns, and we haven't even talked about catalytic converters, where platinum recently hit a 52-week low. Rhodium went from $29,000 an ounce down to $13,000 an ounce. And when you have 95% of the rhodium that is mined and used goes into the catalytic converter markets, and you see a move away from combustible gas and diesel engines towards electrification, that means that the demand for rhodium will continue to decrease as the years go on. So holding things like catalytic converters may not be your best decision either, and that's why rrcats.com giving you 10 days and free shipping on OEMs, 10 days price locks. That's an option that you should think about. Guaranteeing prices is one of the rare things that you find inside of the scrap world. When I sell material in larger quantities, most of the people that we sell to won't guarantee prices for more than 3 to 5 business days unless you take out a contract. And most scrappers can't do that with the scrapyards. You need to be able to find one through the iScrap app, through the reported prices, through tracking what other people are doing, what you yourself might be reporting through the app. Those are going to be things that give you the ability to learn about the markets and make more money. First half of 2022, it could have been worse. I can't believe I'm saying that because it was bad. The second half of 2022, nothing is going to resemble 2021, right? It's not going to be that year. But I still think it's going to be a strong year in the scrap market. Continued price pushes upward towards 2023 is where we're going to start to see increases happening again. I'd love to hear how you're reacting to the scrap markets in your area, what your yards are doing. Comment below. Let us know what you think. We'll talk to you in a couple of weeks. Until next time, happy birthday, America. And scrappers, I'll scrap you later. Thanks for checking out our scrap videos. By becoming a Patreon supporter today, you'll be entered into monthly giveaways for tools and other products to help you make more money with your scrap.